I would have never expected the call that I got. I was in disbelief.
First here on KGW News at 5 o'clock, a grieving family struggles with the pain of losing a loved one to Portland's gun violence. It has been nearly 2 weeks since Jacob Vasquez was gunned down in Northwest Portland, and no arrests have been made.
Police think that Jacob was simply caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Tim Gordon spoke with family who want justice for Jacob.
Jacob Vasquez was a bright, positive force, according to his older sister, Wendy.
He wanted to be the life of the party. This is a kid that would literally cartwheel across the street to turn your frown upside down.
But remembering how wonderful he was does not ease the pain of losing him. You can see it in his sister's face.
My brother was full of life, love. Everyone who knew him in this neighborhood loved him.
Jacob was killed in his neighborhood, shot in the back, just after walking into the Silver Dollar Pizza Bar at Northwest 21st and Gleason. It was shortly before 2 a.m., 2 Fridays ago. Police don't believe Jacob was the intended target, but the shooter killed him and injured 2 others before running away. Today, Jacob's friends gathered with Wendy and her husband Don as they came to speak with us. Don had a message for Jacob's killer.
I'm not sure if you thought what you did that night was an act of bravery on your part, but I want to reach out to you, even challenge you more. A bigger act of bravery or valor would be willing to turn yourself in to authorities for taking an innocent life.
Jacob Vasquez was fairly new to Portland. He and his partner Nick moved here nearly 2 years ago from their hometown near Bakersfield, California. They loved it here, and true to form, Jacob made fast friends, working as a server at a couple places, including McMenamin's Blue Moon Tavern and Grill. The Blue Moon is right across the intersection from Silver Dollar Pizza. Jacob was having drinks with friends after work and went to the Silver Dollar for last call. He was inside less than a minute when his life was ended by a bullet.
Yesterday would have been his 35th birthday. And it's just tragic that someone so young, so full of life that was left ahead of him would be taken by senseless gun violence.
Jacob was the youngest of 8 kids. Wendy says they all spoiled him, including his parents, still living down near Bakersfield. Here in Portland, Wendy and Don say people have been very gracious and caring. Still, they can't rest.
We thank you for the outpouring of love and support, but we want justice for Jacob.
So to that end, if you have any information about this tragic shooting, please contact Portland Police. And we have information about how to do that, including how to do it anonymously, at kgw.com. Tim Gordon, KGW News.
In the pandemic, COVID-19 weekly testing in Portland schools is underway or in the process of rolling out, and district officials are asking for patience. Christine Pitawanich checked in on how things are going.
Portland public school officials say they're moving as fast as they can to make sure kids and families get the opportunity to participate in the district's asymptomatic COVID-19 weekly testing program. The district's first school to roll out the testing program was Whitman Elementary last Friday.
My name is Brenda Martinick, and I'm the Chief of Student Support Services for Portland Public Schools. We have a number of schools this week that will be starting as well, so we're very excited.
But in a district with nearly 50,000 students and more than 80 schools, she's asking parents for patience as they work to get the program fully up and running.
Some of our schools just lack some of the staff power to be able to put in the data, get the forms out to students. So we reached out to schools and we have asked them for what support they need in regards to data entry, the distribution of the test kits, the collection of the test kits.
So Martinick says district office staff and administrators have had to step out of their usual roles and for part of their day, step in to help more than 30 schools.
We are working as hard as we can and as fast as we can to make sure that the process is smooth, it goes successfully, and we have some schools that just needed a little bit more support. So we're really asking families for a little bit of patience. We will get to their school as quickly as possible.
She says this week the program will be rolling out to middle and high school students. So far, more than 5,000 students have signed up, with over 50 schools now enrolled in the weekly COVID-19 testing program. Christine Pinawanich, KGW News.
The Redmond School Board, they don't want kids to wear masks. They also don't like mandatory vaccines. So they're hiring a Portland lawyer to fight the state's rules. In a 4-to-1 vote, the board hired Dan Tennell to look at possible legal actions. Tennell also represents multiple state employees in lawsuits challenging the state's vaccine mandates. The board chair says that she wants to focus on giving kids a quality education.
I don't think any of us want to put our kids in danger. I mean, the ones that have kids and are going to school right now. I'm a very protective mother, and I make sure my kids are safe every day. So that's, I think, what this is about, not just going out and creating lawsuits to have a lawsuit.
The board says that up to 130 staff members could be let go due to the vaccine mandate. The district superintendent, though, expects that number to drop by the October 18th deadline. City leaders in Los Angeles are implementing one of the nation's strictest vaccine mandates. It'll require shots for everyone going to places like bars, restaurants, gyms, even fans at Lakers games. Supporters say it's a way of preventing more COVID-19 surges. Critics, though, worry about enforcement. There's also some confusion since Los Angeles County is also implementing its own vaccine mandate next month that isn't quite as strict.
One of 3 homeless villages the city of Portland was going to build is now off the table. It turns out the location near the Springwater corridor is in a floodplain, and that rules it out. The location is at Southeast 46th and Harney. That's near Precision Cast Parts. It's also at the bottom of a huge hill and surrounded by wetlands. We found several ducks enjoying the water today. Neighbors said they were not told by the city the lot was even under consideration, and now they find it amazing the city did not check earlier to see if it was in a flood zone.
Well, I've worked in underwriting for commercial projects for a while now, and flood searches is kind of one of the first things you want to do. They're not expensive, and the FEMA records are really clear on where there are floodplains. But just looking at where they'd drawn the box on the map, I thought, well, isn't about half of that underwater?
Commissioner Dan Ryan's in charge of the homeless villages. His office refused to make him available for us today. Instead, they issued a statement saying he is disappointed and moving on with the project.
Tonight, the Portland Thorns are playing their first game since an investigation revealed disturbing allegations against a former Portland head coach. 2 former players are accusing him of sexual coercion. In the fallout, league matches were canceled last weekend, but the team is set to return to the pitch tonight. KGW's Orlando Sanchez joins us live now at Providence Park.
Yeah, Dan, this is the first Portland Thorns match since that report by The Athletic was published, and it rocked the soccer world. And now the fan bases here in Portland are demanding action from the organization. Former Thorns players Mana Shim and Sinead Farley came forward with allegations of sexual coercion and harassment against former Thorns coach Paul Riley. The report said in 2015, Shim told the Thorns she was being harassed by Riley. The Thorns fired him but kept those allegations under wraps. The Rose City Riveters and Timbers Army want more from the organization. One of their demands is firing general manager Gavin Wilkinson until the organization puts together a plan to ensure player safety, improved by the players, and more transparency within the organization. The supporters announced they are boycotting concessions and team merchandise here at Providence Park.
Well, I think it's really important for us to come out and show that we're standing with the players and that we really believe in their voice and not being silenced. And we're here to show our support. And if the players want us here, and we've been asked to come full force. So that's what we're going to do.
And the NWSL Players Association making a statement today saying that all teams across the entire league playing today during the 6th minute will have a moment to pause, and players will join together in solidarity in the center circle for 1 minute in recognition of the 6 years it took for Mana and Sinead and all of those who fought for too long to be heard. So you can expect to see things like that happening here in Portland. For now, Dan, we'll send it back to you.
Got it.